entrepreneurship because you can't begin to apply artificial intelligence to what you're not even aware. So can you please see my slide? Let me know if you can see my slide, please.
Yes, we can see it, please. Yes, we can see your slide.
Okay. A minute, please. Get this out of the way. Okay, so definition of entrepreneurship. Who wants to go? What do you think when you, I'm sure we've heard the word entrepreneurs, what do you think it is? What do you think that represents? So now we are defining entrepreneur. Of course, that's why we are here. So what do you think that word means?
Okay, good evening, ma.
Yes.
Okay, for me, I feel like entrepreneurship is more like something that teaches us to something that teaches us on how to identify opportunities, solve problems, solve problem more like in a creative manner,
Okay.
take calculated risk, and also probably turn ideas into something that is sustainable.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you, you know people that do trading, like when you go to the market, when I go to the market in the morning with 500,000 and I buy 10 pair of shoes, 10 pair of shoes for 600,000, would you call me an entrepreneur or I'm a business person? Is there a difference between being an entrepreneur and a business person? Mr. Palumi?
Yes, ma. Yes, I feel there's a little difference there because as a business, well, a business person can also. I feel there's a difference though, but then um, entrepreneurship since entrepreneurship involve a lot of things that like leadership, uh, building a solution that is selfless that also involve others. So I feel like there's a difference between just doing business and venturing into entrepreneurship.
Good. That is what I want to hear. So when we hear the word entrepreneurship, a lot of people think that entrepreneurship simply means doing business. So we can have all these realtors. We can have people that sell land. We can have people that these house agents. Are they not into business? Of course, business is anything transaction is called business. Anything you exchange for value, anything you buy and sell, you add your profit, that is business. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, it's quite different. Should I say entrepreneurship is kind of more advanced than regular day-to-day transacting money? There's more to being an entrepreneur than just being a business person that is looking for profits. And in this slide, you can see my own definition of entrepreneurship. It is a process. Entrepreneurship it's more like what you go to school to learn. Yeah, somebody can come and tell me, um, just come to your junction, you buy pure water from water people at 500 and you resell at 600 and you make 100 naira, and I'll say, wow. And I'll say, okay, I have 1,000 naira. Let me start with 2 bag. I'm doing business. But entrepreneurship is a journey. Entrepreneurship is a process of identifying take note of the key words so that you will know the difference between an entrepreneur and a like market woman that goes to sell her goods in the market, like a market man that goes to sell his goods in the market. You know the difference between who an entrepreneur is and who is just maybe a regular businessman and woman. Their purpose is different. Their way of transacting is different. So entrepreneurship is the process of, number one, identifying. There can't be an entrepreneur without without bringing about solution. Entrepreneurship is about solving problems. Yes, that's the word. It's about seeing problems or seeing vacuum in a space and trying to find solution, bring about solution to that problem, and in turn making money out of it. I believe this explanation is very clear. So entrepreneurship is about, first of all, identifying opportunities. You can't even begin to identify opportunities if you've not first identified problems. So entrepreneurship is a process of, number one, identify. Number two, create. Number three, manage. So if I'm to ask Mr. Ajiboye, what inspired you to go into agribusiness? Can we hear from you? So I will know if you're an entrepreneur or you are just there's money there, where come and do it. So Mr. Ajiboye, what inspired you to go into the business that you're currently doing?
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity to talk. First is that I observe that in the time that there is maybe, let's say, a season of harvest, and when people harvest yam and all kinds of products, first thing I observe is that because of how surplus food is that time, I observe that there are some wastage, number one. And in the time
just hold it there, sir. Hold it there. So did you people notice his words, his choice of words? He said what? He said he observed. That is identifying. So if Mr. Ajiboye had just told me that, one of my friends called me last year and said, oh boy, that's there's one business. I made 2 million naira or $2,000 last year. Come and try it. If Mr. Ajiboye has started with telling me this is the reason why I'm going into this, but he said he observed. Thank you so much, Mr. Ajiboye. I just wanted to get the point, drive the point home. So to be an entrepreneur, you must identify problems. You must be able to identify opportunities. So entrepreneurship basically is about solving problems and in turn making money out of it. This RDI that we are all part of, this training that is going on right now, was somebody's idea. How did it come to him? He discovered a problem. He saw a gap and he started thinking, how can I fill this gap? How can I help this segment of people, solve this problem? Then he began to think about it, began to bring people together, began to bring strategies together. And here we are today. So entrepreneurship is, first of all, looking around me, looking around you to discover what challenges, what problems are prevalent around my environment. Then, having identified what those problems are, what solutions can I bring? How do I go about this solution? Then manage the solution I've brought so that it is well sustained and when it's well sustained, I can get benefit from it, and my environment can be impacted positively from it. That is what entrepreneurship is about. So from my slide there, it said it's process of identifying, creating, managing new. So it mustn't be new all the time. Like Mr. Ajiboye's business is not new. We all know about agribusiness. We all know about processing. We all know about all that. But maybe for a particular section or sector of people or demography, maybe for a particular location, and to him, it's new. So birthing new business opportunities to generate value for both Mr. Ajiboye and not only for Mr. Ajiboye, for people that will buy those products or everybody that will patronize his products. Of course, fostering innovation, contributing to economic growth through risk taking and resource allocation. It's going to be a journey, and I can assure you it's going to be a great journey with this class if you follow us diligently. So now we have said that entrepreneurship is number one, identifying. So how do I identify? How do I identify? How do I know what, for startups or for people that don't even have business, or for people that don't even know the kind of business to go into? How do I even begin to, have idea of what to do? My answer to you is look around you. Look around you. I was in Osun State sometime December. I was in Osun State November and December last year. And I met a group of young people and we had some series of discussion. And recently, this week, one of them reached out to me that he wants to do a business. So he listed 4 businesses that he would like to go into. And he was trying to ask me, which do I think is the best, or which do I think will bring more return or something. So having looked at the businesses he listed and having visited that particular environment where he wants to do his business, I told him there's a particular one that I can assure you, in short, if you can start it today, it will do good to the community and you will make money from it. Because I observed that environment, there's usually no light. So most people, and it's kind of student environment, so most people look for where to charge their phones. And I also observed during my stay there that, well, I don't know if there are more, but I only cited one shop or one woman or so that used to charge this thing they charge your phone for maybe 200 naira and all that, So I said, this will go in that environment. In short, start the business fast. You will do well. That is problem identification. So you can't be in an environment where maybe you're abroad and there's always snow, or the weather is 3 degrees, or sometimes the weather is even minus something degree, and you're telling me the business you want to do is to sell ice block, or the business you want to do is to, some kind of business that is anti your environment. So the first thing to do is look around you, and that is an assignment for us all tonight. I'm going to drop, after this meeting, I'm going to drop this assignment in the RDI portal. I don't know if we've all registered on the portal. So this assignment is going to be there. And the assignment is to look around you and look for problems that you have in your neighborhood. Identify challenges. Give an overview of your neighborhood and outline the problems commonly experienced there. Point out the key problems faced by residents. So that is the assignment for every one of us, because that is where entrepreneurship starts from. First of all, is about what? What did I say about solving problem? So there has to be one or two problems around your environment that you should solve. I just moved to an area, and I think in the first 1 month, I discovered that in that area, you can't get to buy anything until the earliest you can get to buy, as common as I want to buy tissue paper, I want to buy soap, or I want to buy detergent, or I want to buy bread, all these things sometimes you want to buy in the morning that family may need. I discovered that the earliest you can get anything in that environment, not even 9, let me be fair, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. I discovered that most supermarkets and mini shops in that area, they don't come out until like, let's say 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And I was asking somebody that why is that so? Because from the estate where I was coming from, the estate is not too big, but it's an enclosed estate. So if you needed to get anything, you have to drive out of the estate to supermarkets, like most estates in Lagos, you're not allowed to do business. So you have to drive outside the estate to look for a supermarket to buy as little as whatever you want to buy. Until they held meeting, the resident held meeting with the chairman and said, no, somebody should set up a supermarket that will serve the estate. And I can assure you, the woman that took up that challenge and started that supermarket, she sells so much. So now she's fulfilling two things. She is serving the needs of our environment because there was a problem. What if in the night, 10 o'clock, you needed to get something and you just discover that you don't have it, and there's nowhere around you that you can get that thing? So in the estate where I was coming from, I was used to 10 o'clock in the night, even 11 o'clock in the night, I can just take a walk to the estate supermarket and I can get anything. And as early as I think 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., they are open. So I was used to that environment. So when I got to this new environment now, I discovered that these people are, should I say they are VIP? I don't know how to qualify them. They don't open their shop until like 9:30, 10. And for me, this is already a pointer. If I have anything about supermarkets in mind, you're already, that idea, you see, that's how ideas come. Because I've already seen a problem that, okay, it means that there may be other people like me that may want to buy things before they go to office in the morning, that may want to get maybe by 7:30. So already, if I am to start a supermarket business in this my new environment, you can already see that I have customers and I'll make money. So that is what being an entrepreneur is about. It's about problem identification. Okay. Then analyze market insights to clearly define challenges that potential customer face in that industry or in that environment. That is number one way to enter into the entrepreneurship journey. Identify what problem. Okay. Customer understanding. After you have identified a problem, let me see. Okay, let me go back. So after you have identified a problem, the next thing is to begin to analyze, to begin to ask yourself. I'm using myself as a case study now. Let's say, okay, in this my new environment, I want to start a supermarket. So the next thing in my mind is I know what to do. I've answered the question, what business? Supermarket business. The next thing on my mind, which is the who question, is who are my customers? Who are my targets? Where are they located? Of course, in my environment. So you begin to deeply explore customer needs and pain points. You see again, pain points, that's problem. It's a problem. To tailor innovative solutions that meet their demands. So Mr. Ajiboye had rightly told us that he discovered something about the agribusiness that informed his decision to go into that business. So the second thing now, the next thing now for Mr. Ajiboye, and I want you to answer me is, who are your customers? Of course, I know you've been doing this business for like a year now. So you should already have customers. So the question is, who are your customers? And Peace too, both of you are a case study for tonight. How did you identify your customers? How did you know, or did you just think that, food product, everybody will buy now? Do you have a special segmentation, or is just anybody and everybody? How did you discover your market, discover your customer, Mr. Jiboye?
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. Well, generally, of course, I have a target audience for my market, but I also uh, I also believe that there are seasons when food are scarce, that people are looking for food, and when those ones that are stored are brought out at that time, of course, I believe that there are a lot of people who will buy, majorly families, then individuals, then well, let me say generally everybody, because it's at the time when food are scarce. So if you are, yes,
I'm with you.
all right.
Go on. Yeah,
So
go
my
on.
so my target audience are generally everybody that eats. That's the
Food,
truth.
both
Yes,
young and old and all that. Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
The ability to be able to make the food available when it is needed and when it is scarce. So makes
Okay.
them my audience.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So, Peace, you want to say something? Or any other person
Okay,
that
ma.
has the business that may want to tell us, who do you think your customers are, and how did you discover that these are my customers?
Okay, I would say that my customers, how I discovered them, I looked around. There were times when I think around that COVID period, COVID was what made me realize I could cook and sell to people
Okay.
because people now have to cook in their houses, no more shops around that time. And I would cook at home, my neighbors will come, maybe they want to eat. These are single family people that have baskets of tomatoes, you cannot buy baskets of onions and stock in the house. So they're like, your food is good, you can start. Now, like, are you sure? They said yes. And then I started, and I saw that people want to eat good food and they cannot go out to get it. And even beyond COVID, people want to eat food without having to look for cars that will take them to these eateries. You understand? So I thought about it and said, okay, I can do something. I started. And food, everybody eats food, even animals. People buy food for their dogs. We cannot cook for them. So I started cooking and kept on going. And another thing I realized is food people close around 6 or so. So I took it upon myself. What else am I? I was still till 10 at night. People would call it from work. I was able to attend to people that eat early and that eat late. So I discovered I can sell food to anybody, male or female, and I was able to target the time people want to eat food and I come out to sell. So that was how I discovered.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pace. Again, did you people notice from our words? She said she realized. She realized. So those words are the language that an entrepreneur will speak. I discovered, I realized, I noticed. So when they are speaking, from their words, you will hear them because it's about solving problem. And the another difference, in the long run between an entrepreneur and a normal transactional business person is an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur has more tendency to stay in that business longer, much more longer than a transactional business person. For a transactional business person, the aim, the goal is me, I want make money. Oh, there's money in this. So that's why you see some people that today they'll tell you, I'm into this. Next time you see them, bros, I don't decide this one too. Oh. Next time I see them, say, hey, that your business. One of my friends want to patronize. Say, hey, I know they do that one again. So you see, those people are not entrepreneur. Their goal is instant gratification in monetary value. Their business is more transactional and nothing more. So, but when you hear people that are entrepreneur, the way they speak, the way they reason, they notice things, they notice problem, they realize, they now come into it. So, and as they come into it, it begins to unfold. It begins to develop. So, Mr. Ajiboye can come into the agri sector, maybe for one reason initially, that okay, there's usually maybe spoilage, and he's trying to say, how can I solve this problem? Maybe process some of these products that damage on time and all that. And that is the reason why he came into the agribusiness. But before you know, it begins to expand, but in the same industry or in the same sector. So having identified problems as an entrepreneur, and you've gained an understanding of your customer need. This customer understanding is a whole course, is an entire course on its own. Because some of us can easily discover and identify problems, but we can easily miss it here. We can easily miss it in this customer understanding. And if we miss it with this customer understanding, you start struggling with business. And that is why you begin to see some people get frustrated with what they are doing. It's not because it's not profitable. It's not because others are not making money from it, but there's something they are getting wrong. So very important. I'm sure during the course of this training, we'll get to understanding your customer. Where are they? What do they want? What do they like? Some other variables there. So the next one is solution crafting. So now I've been able to identify a problem. I know where my customers are located, and I know what my customers want and how they want it. Now you now begin to craft solution around that idea or that identification, that problem you've just identified. Begin to craft out solutions around it. So you begin to develop aligned solution concepts that resonate with target customers. So like Mr. Ajiboye said when he started, I think it was the one that defined what an entrepreneur is. You see, it's a journey. It's a process. It's not about hit and run. It's not about, I want to make it big this year. No, 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 no. It's a journey. And if you get it wrong, you will discover that you start struggling. Either your finances will start struggling, either your client, your customer base will start diminishing, either your internal operations, something will start going wrong somewhere. So solution crafting, this is where strategy comes in place. And that is why we are having this training session. so that we have a full understanding. If you're an existing business owner and your business have not been doing well, we'll be able to identify together as we go on, this and this and this is why the business have not been going well. If your business have not been making the kind of money you would like to make, we would identify the problem. We'll be able to bring about solution to it. Yeah. So we've talked about customer problems. We've talked about segments, customer segmentation, and we've also talked about bringing about innovative solutions. Okay. So I don't know if we can finish this today, but let's just try. Let me see what time we have. Okay, like 10 minutes more. So creating viable business ideas. This is the process. This is the process. And I'm repeating this. If you don't get the process correctly, the outcome something will be wrong with the outcome. You may be making money, but maybe you're just scratching, that industry. Yeah. So we have market validation. Remember where we started from? You have to identify a problem. You have to look out for the people that need that solution. People that need that thing that you're bringing about as solution. You have to know where they are. You have to know their segment. You have to know, are they children? Are they female? Are they male? Are they adult? Is it everybody? You also have to know the kind of products that you're bringing or the solution you're bringing. Not all solution is meant for everybody. Like Peace sells food. If I want to ask Peace now, Peace, do you sell dry food or cooked food? Is Peace there? Do you sell dry food or cooked food? Can you hear me?
So, quite like sell or cooked food.
Do you
So I
sell dry food or cooked food?
raw food, like raw
Okay,
food.
raw food. Okay, raw food. Thank you. I just want, yeah, thank you. Okay, so now we are taking Peace raw food, talking about customer segmentation. Okay, do you know people that go to when ShopRite was still here? Do you know people? Have you seen people that go to ShopRite and they buy raw food? You see beans packaged. You see garri packaged. You see even palm oil in ShopRite. You will see this head of fish, all those dry fish in ShopRite. I don't know if Yoruba people are here, what they call iru. That iru, okpe or something, that thing that they used to cook soup that used to smell a lot. You will see it in ShopRite, okay? But some people will never go to ShopRite to buy iru. Some people will never go to ShopRite to buy fish. Some people, it is the main market, open market, they go to buy those things. So that is what we mean by market segmentation. So you see that piece, now you have a product because you've identified a problem. You now have to segment your market. You need to now clarify your niche. This product I have, this product I'm selling, is it for a regular market going people or ShopRite like going people? Is it for Banana Island dwellers, VGC dwellers? For those of us in Lagos, you know the places I'm calling. Is it for Ikoyi dwellers or for Gbogboero, anybody, open market dwellers? So that is where a lot of us begin to miss these things. Because you have a product that is well packaged and you are selling it to wrong market or to wrong, I don't want to call them audience, to wrong customers. Or you are in a place like Ikoyi, where they like exotic things, and you want to sell your products to them, and you package it shabbily. So you see where we now begin to have issues. So it is not enough to identify a problem. It is not enough to even know, okay, customers, I know customer, everybody. And it is not enough to begin to bring solution with that problem. You need to now begin to know, who are these people meant for? We have fast food. We have a lot of fast food in Nigeria. At least in Lagos, I know of Mega Chicken. I know you people know Mr. Biggs. You know KFC. You know some other ones. Then we also have Chinese restaurants. So we have the regular people that go to Buka, this mama put joints, to buy amala, to buy even jollof rice. So what is the difference between the jollof rice that a mama put woman is selling at 500 naira per portion, and the same jollof rice Mega Chicken is selling it at 2,500, for example, or Mr. Biggs? And the same jollof rice, or maybe they remove the color and they clothe the jollof rice in another way, wear it another uniform, but still rice, and sell it at 30,000 naira per plate. So this is when we begin to talk about customer segmentation. So this is where a lot of us miss it, and I don't think I want to go into that tonight because it's a lot. So we have to stop here tonight because of our time. But this journey, I can assure you, is going to be very, very interesting. You will see why, you can be reading it in newspaper that in a particular industry, they will tell you the expected revenue per year is maybe in the tune of $1 billion. Like in the agri sector now, you'll be seeing billions of dollars. And you'll be imagining that, me, I've been in this agri business, so the best I've done is 5 million, 10 million. Do you understand? So we have a lot of people playing, but some people know how to play the game more than the others. So we're going to have an interesting time by God's grace. Let me stop here for tonight, and we'll take it up from here in our next class. I'd like to take some questions or feedback if you have any with our remaining time. So just unmute and ask your questions if you have any.
Yeah, good evening, Ma. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much for your time and for the opportunity to learn from you tonight. I must say that I've been blessed by the simplicity of your approach to business. And there are a lot of things that I've done personally before time that I didn't know that that's the name they are called.
Okay.
In fact, as a person, I even registered at one time for the Pan Atlantic University program, the EDC, to
Oh,
learn. And yeah, I did one time.
wow. When was that?
Did yes.
When was that?
That was year 20. That was 2021. 2021.
Okay, I was
So,
there. Should be like 9 years ago or 10 years ago now.
wow.
Yeah, EDC. Yeah, Lagos Business School.
Yeah, so I did, but we were taught quite good, but got a certificate, but not as simple as this approach. So I remember that while I was serving as a copper, I was posted to Kaduna State for NYSC. So when I got there, I discovered there that there are two things that are scarce. Number one
Okay.
is oil in terms of palm oil. red oil. So
Okay.
the ones you have are mixed with colors. They are not very good. Kind of if you use them to cook, you start to have some taste. And I also see that gari also, these are our common Ijebu gari, that it was scarce, it was difficult to get. So I remember speaking with my mom that time and said, Mom, can you send me these two things? Just send me 1 gallon of oil and send me a bag of gari. And I remember that I was the corpus pastor that time for NCCF. So I began to tell my corpus that I sell gari, I sell oil. I sell gari, I sell oil. So I discovered that people started patronizing me seriously, and I served with the military. So I discovered that even the military general's wife started coming to my lodge to come and buy gari and oil, to come and buy gari and oil. Some of them are Yorubas who have, who was just posted to the north because of their husband services and all of that. So I discovered that they used to come and patronize me and see. So I didn't know exactly what it was that time. My only thing that I was interested in that time was that I was making money, but with what you have, showed this night, with the way you have, the approach with which you have approached it, I've learned and I've been able to find meaning some of the things I did those times. So thank you. I just thought to contribute that.
Wow. Thank you so much for that contribution. Yes, a lot of us walk past money every day. Maybe because we did not pay attention. Thank you for that contribution. So we can continue this discussion in our group. We have a group. A group has been set up for the entrepreneurship course. So we need a class governor. We need a class governor. And who wants to nominate himself or herself as our class governor? Trust me, we're going to do great things in this group. God helping us. Yeah. We're going to do a lot of things. We're going to collaborate, to maybe even start a business or take up someone's existing business and just help the person scale it and grow it. God helping us. Yeah. So who wants to go? Or should I choose? Class governor. Please nominate yourself. 1, at the count of 3. You know yourself, so just nominate yourself. Who wants to represent this class as our class governor? The coordinator will communicate to us what it entails, but nothing to fear. It's just representing the class. Yeah. Anyone? Should I start calling names? Okay, so while we're all keeping quiet, I'd like to nominate Mr. Sunday Ajiboye.
Lórúkọ Jésù Kristi.
Because of your participation this evening. Yes. So it means we're going to be doing a lot together. You're going to be representing the class. You're going to be passing information. Everybody, we must all grow together. Our businesses must all scale and everything. Even those that need funding, even if we don't have funding, we can, by God's grace, help you sort funding. So you are nominated as a class governor. So congratulations, Mr. Sunday Ajiboye. So please unmute your mic and congratulate him.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Sir.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
All right. So we've come to the end of the class. So our class coordinator will reach out to you, Mr. Ajiboye, and tell you what is required of you. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you got value tonight. We'll meet again next week,
Yes,
Friday.
ma'am.
Yes, next week, Friday by 8 p.m. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.
Thank you too much. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you very much, Ma. We're grateful. Thank you
Yeah,
for your
you're
time.
welcome. You're
God bless
welcome.
you, man. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.